Hello everyone, I am Mad Mega, and this is James Bond The Duel. This is a weird little game. I just want to let the opening introduction play here real quick. I want to let everybody see some of the awesome graphics that we get in this game here. This is one of the most cursed bitmaps on Earth. I wanted everybody to see that. So okay, let's get started. All right, so we change our settings here a little bit, and this is our start screen, and from here we'll get going in 3, 2, 1. All right, so the basic premise of this game is this game was released in 1992, 93-ish, which you'll notice there was no James Bond movie around that time. So what this game is it takes the likeness of Timothy Dalton and tries to turn that into a game with a whole bunch of random enemies and stuff like that. It's very strange. But hopefully it goes okay. The basic idea is that we have to go around these levels saving hostages, and once we've saved all the hostages, we set a bomb and we blow up each of these little mini layers that the main bad guy has in this game. So he's like some mad professor or whatever you want to call him. I'm tanking some of these hits here. That's okay. It's all right to do that. Every time you collect a hostage, you get one HP back, so it makes it a little easier to get through some of these. I'll also occasionally be shooting because the spawns for the enemies can be random, and so I try to make sure that nobody surprises me, because it's very hard to dodge enemies at times in this. So if things go right here, perfect. Okay, cool. That's the first big trick of the game, and that saves a fair amount of time. You'll see I got shot off a ledge and fell quite a ways. James will die if he falls that far, typically. So what I'm doing is I'm abusing a mechanic that when you get shot, James will both fall over and slide back. But he slides further after he's landed, after he's shot. So you use that to slide off of ledges, and that doesn't count as falling off of them, which then allows you to fall extreme distances without dying. It's a nice little hack. So we're gonna rescue a few more people here. A lot of this is manipulating cycles, which is a little difficult. Say hi to Baron Samedi. Say goodbye to Baron Samedi. I'm not going to deal with him anymore. It's the entire meeting of him. The way the story here is that there's a cloning machine, and they've cloned all of James's greatest enemies, and so a bunch of the most famous henchmen will return. So far, we've seen Jaws. That was Baron Samedi, so we'll see a few more. Again, this is kind of a hodgepodge sort of platformer starring a guy in a tuxedo, so it just happens to be a James Bond game. Shoot right over my head. Didn't even see it coming. Here, we picked up some grenades from a Q case just a moment ago, so we're going to throw those grenades and hopefully blow that thing up. So the way that this game works is that there are a bunch of different layers, basically, that you have to clear. So the first one was a boat layer. This is the satellite/jungle layer. We're going to get all of the classic James Bond villain hideaways and that sort of stuff. So it's kind of a fun little trek through memory lane, really. Which, as a kid looking for a James Bond game, like being a big James Bond fan, this was cool because there weren't a ton of them when I was a kid. And I actually saw this at like a random department store and was like, oh, I need to get that. I have a Genesis. And I, went to the counter. I was like, can I have the James Bond game, please? There is no James Bond game. It's like, it's right there. So we get shot and we fall 3 stories. We dust ourselves off. No problem. And then we throw ourselves in the lava. This we're going to abuse some death warping here to save some time. But we get shot there. It slides us off the edge. It lets us collect that hostage very quickly. This is the stage where we end up doing the most stuff like that, where we die intentionally and you know, take damage in different places, specifically because where the hostages are located and the layout of the map, it's just easier to do it this way. So hopefully, if things go according to plan, we're going to fall very far very shortly. Ah. Okay, hold on a second. This guy will be back. As long as we can get... Oh, nope. Never mind. We needed him to shoot us here. And we can just kill him now. So that's unfortunate. Now we have to actually wait for this elevator. The whole idea there is that you would fall onto this elevator and it would save you the entire trip that it's making from up there to this platform coming right up below us here. And I'm going to be extra cautious because I don't have any extra health here. So if I take a hit right now, I die. I'd like to at least get the next little bit of health here, which is to say saving a hostage. Luckily, the timers here shouldn't be too bad in terms of letting us get through this next segment here, assuming that, unfortunately, that guy kind of... Oof. Just absolutely destroyed. Well, unfortunately, now we have to ride this. There's no sense in trying to show off this little clip here. Yeah, I love this game, but all of the enemies are way too accurate. They react way too fast. There's no way to sneak up on them. It's a pretty brutal. It's a pretty brutal game casually, I would say. So. But it's not too bad as a speed run, because again, it's all really about timing and cycle manipulation. So let's see here. We'll wait for this second bar, and we can fall from here. We take damage, but that's no biggie. Okay, so it looks like all of our cycles are way off apparently here. So we're just gonna go up here. This is Mayday. We're gonna jump off this here because we don't really want to fight her if we can help it. Okay, cool. Well, the heart's supposed to heal you. In that case, it just blew up and hurt me because why wouldn't it? We're going to pick up this Q case. Q cases serve as checkpoints, so you'll notice how close we are to where I was about to pick up that checkpoint when I died. So that's cool. And we're going to... Whew, tight. But now we get to ride this elevator up. Now we have to find the bomb. All the stages kind of operate the same. Like I said, you have to rescue hostages, and once you've rescued your hostages, then you have to find a bomb. Then you have to escape. It's, you know, repeat. But it's got a coat of James Bond paint on it, so these things, I don't actually know what they are. They just spin around and they hurt you very badly if you touch them, so we're just going to shoot them until they disappear. Pick up this health, and now we're just gonna scoot on down here, take a little fall damage. Should be one more. Yep. Just gonna make our climb up. Hopefully we don't get shot there. That part's actually really scary because if you're not on the right cycle, that guy can snipe you and then you just fall into the lava and die again, which, that's fun. There are a lot of trolley kills in this game that we're going to try to avoid. So that's our boat lair, our volcano lair, and our jungle lair destroyed. Now we have our rocket lair, or our missile silo, I guess, is really what we're talking about here. Oh, I just got shot by a scientist. That's no good. These things are just firing off randomly. There is a non-zero chance that one of these will get me killed. For that reason, exactly right there, it looks like it's done and you jump over, because the timing is relatively, you don't have forever to not... I guess that guy despawned. Cool. Pick up a Q case. That's a nice little savings right there. Look at this guy here. Boom! Dunked. Just absolutely sent that scientist right over, just pushed him off the edge. It was a giant leap for him. Should be able to make that. Ooh, that was tight. It's like, huh, I must have despawned him. Now we're gonna wait here because we're gonna see somebody we should all be familiar with. There's Oddjob. We're just gonna take him out. We're also gonna wait because we don't want to pick that heart up. Okay. I swear that under normal circumstances, you would just run away from him. But given how unlucky we've kind of been with getting sniped by the enemies here, we're gonna take a little bit of extra caution. Make sure to get our health up, get our ammo stores up, rescue some hostages. Now this is one of the worst pits in the game because if you jump here, you will die. It's just far enough that James will die if he falls there, if he jumps there. But if you just casually walk off the ledge, no problem, which is great. Got to make sure we don't get burned alive again. Way to tip for this guy. And he still got us anyhow, so yeah. Now this cycle's busted for this dude. If we would have jumped, he would have just tagged us. As soon as we landed, he would have knocked us off and killed us. Alright, but we are back to full health, back to full ammo, full grenades. So we're pretty much loaded for bear to finish this out. Get James to reload there real quick. Make sure we have a full mag as we make our way to the final climb. Now these jumps are pretty tight because James will do like a somersault jump, but he doesn't really jump very far, and his leg hitbox is kind of weird. We're also gonna wait here because I'm afraid that this guy. Okay, we could have made that. We could have made that one, but we would have been close. We would have had to shoot basically right as we landed. All right, so what do we? So we have one elevator here. We have 2 more hostages and a bomb to find. Luckily, things get pretty close together here at the end. So we've got to go up this ladder here. We're just about at the top of the missile silo here. So I don't know how we got to the very bottom of this thing anyhow, but now we're almost back to the top. All right, so I have a minute to find the exit. Well, what are we gonna do? We're just gonna fly out of here. We're going to space, everybody. This is Moonraker 2. That's what we're gonna do here. So we're gonna fight this boss. The fastest way to deal with this particular enemy is to deboost through him. However, it is highly unreliable and is kind of a 50-50 shot on whether or not it works in the best of times. So in the interest of actually finishing the game, let's be smart and do it this way. All right, final boss. We never meet that professor. They're the mad scientist, but we see Jaws again. They gave him a crane in space, so I'm gonna throw some grenades at Jaws, And that should be it. And time comes up when this lady here gives me a peck on the cheek. And that's time. James Bond has saved the day again. And we get this less cursed bitmap image of James Bond in front of a car and a lady. So that's it for me. I'm madmegax381. I used to speedrun video games. I still do, but I used to too. And I just want to say shout outs to RGL for running this event every year. It's one of my favorites. It is a week of nothing but wonderful, wonderful content and just wonderful, wonderful people. And thank you for letting me show off some weird games over the course of this week, and this game especially, because this is definitely a weird little title. So thanks, everybody. I really appreciate it, and stick around. There's tons more great retro stuff coming up, so stick around.